And right now there are some emergency facilities being manned here at the Pentagon to deal with family members, to deal with some of the other problems. The Midway, as you know, is the oldest of the U.S. aircraft carriers. It has been in operation almost since World War II. It is the only U.S. aircraft carrier that is not home ported in the United States. It's home ported at Yokosuka in Japan. The Midway right now is steaming back to Yokosuka. It should be getting there relatively soon. And at this point, the Navy is trying to find out exactly what happened. They are making it clear that the explosion and the fire, that there is no word yet on the cause of that explosion and fire, but they are looking into all sorts of possibilities. Bob?
Wolf, has the Pentagon given you any kind of reading on how badly the ship is damaged?
They are saying that the fire has been contained only to that one isolated area in the storage room, that there was no serious damage outside of that one isolated area. Presumably, the injured crew members were members of a firefighting team that was sent in once smoke was discovered. They went in to try to contain it, and presumably they are the people who were injured, and as we know, one person is still listed as missing.
And what will be Navy procedure now? Will the ship be in effect out of action for a period of time to accommodate an investigation, repairs?
Once it gets back to Yokosuka, it will be, of course, fully investigated. Right now, the major concern, of course, is to the crew members who were injured. Certainly, they will be looking into all of the possible causes, but no word yet on the future of the Midway. It is, as I said, one of the oldest, and it had been slated to be decommissioned relatively soon in any case.
All right, well, we know it's still very early and that there's a great deal more not known than is known, but does the story we have heard of smoke at one point, then an explosion, seem, in the view of people you've talked with, to hint at any kind of cause?
The hint right now is that there might have been some sort of pinhole gas leak near this emergency storage room. If some of the steam coming out of that gas leak would have hit something hot, an electrical wire or whatever, certainly that could have been the cause of this fire and then explosion, and about an hour later what the Navy now describes as a secondary explosion. But as of this minute, this is still in the investigatory stage, and experts are beginning to look into it. The Navy does point out that, yes, there have been other mishaps over the past few years. Of course, the USS Iowa, certainly the Cunningham recently in Norfolk off the coast, the eastern coast of the United States. But 1989 proved to be one of the safest years in Navy history. Bob?
All right, thank you, Wolf Blitzer from the Pentagon. Family members needing information, and we emphasize family members, can call 1-800-523-2975 from anywhere in the country except Virginia. In Virginia, the number to call is 1-800-572-2126. Norma?
Well, it was conducting routine flight operations shortly after noon local time, about 125 miles northeast of the home port of Yokosuka, Japan. No deaths have been reported aboard the Midway, but the Navy says 16 crew members were hurt and one is still listed as missing. The carrier's complement is 4,500, including the pilots and the aviation crews. Now, live from the Pentagon is CNN's Wolf Blitzer. Wolf, what is the status of the Midway as we know it now?
As we know it right now, Reed, the Midway is out in sea. There were earlier reports that the Midway was definitely heading back toward its home port of Yokosuka, but that now is up in the air. As we speak right now, a decision is apparently being made whether the Midway does in fact have to go back to Yokosuka, or whether it can contain some of the damage, some of the fire damage, and continue on its regular flight operations, its regular training exercises. There's no doubt that this explosion has been a source of some embarrassment here. There have been some other incidents involving the Navy. As you know, last year there was the USS Iowa. In May, there was an incident involving the USS Cunningham off the coast of Norfolk. And right now, this comes at an embarrassing moment. But presumably, the fire has been contained, and the firefighters have done their work. There is still no word on the cause of this explosion and fire. There's no word on the fate of that one missing crew member. Everybody is trying to find out exactly what happened. Back to you, Reed.
Wolf, is there any detailed information on the status of the 16 injured men?
9 of the 16 are seriously injured, seriously enough to have been flown from the Midway to hospitals ashore in Japan. The others are being treated aboard the Midway, where there are some emergency medical facilities. Presumably, most of those injured were firefighters who went in. They saw smoke coming from what is called one of the emergency storage rooms. Ironically, that's where they keep firefighting equipment. They went in, and shortly thereafter there was an explosion. About an hour later there was what the Navy calls a secondary explosion. Presumably there were more injuries as a result of that. No word yet, though, on the full extent of the injuries. The Navy is trying to determine exactly.
4.5 months fire and